I finally know how to get out of the back pain that I've been experiencing for so many years. It's not easy. Um, Something that really. Now, I would lay on things to, like you could even use a book, but that thing right there, like, does it. Like, for real, does it. Should we go on a skate? Let's go on a skate. Drives me crazy that I can't do what I want. Oh, I forgot. Oh, you can use the Black Magic camera when you live stream. I need to sit down tonight and figure out how to do that. And maybe I'll do a live stream later tonight. But I got a really cool thing I want to show you guys. So this thing is for a nail, right? And it heats up that nail. See that? Pretty cool. That way you don't need to, you can use electricity to heat your nail. It's better, safer, better application. Okay, I'm gonna turn off this fan. I got a lot of fans going on because it's basically summer in the middle of winter here in Los Angeles. But yeah, let's go for a ride because that'll help me cool off. Do I have any water? Let's just go. Got the panels out, get a little extra juice going. One thing about getting your extra panels, you want to get ones that like you want to lift. Like if 200-watt panels, you don't even want to lift them. Kind of like this board, and this is a light one. I'll tell you about this board. So this is a Propel Sigma. It's carbon fiber. It's got a couple motors, 3,000 watts, and it'll get you up any hill. I haven't found a hill that I can't get up. Terrible sciatica and lower back pain. How do I fix it? Okay, so my back pain is not lower back pain, but there is like lower back component to it. So I've been using, like, I don't know, so like something you need to understand about my condition is I don't have arthritis. Like basically what I've got going on is I can't stand up straight, but then I also had a hernia. Put you guys up here for now. There we go. Fix my hair. Gotta drink some water, dude. So, you know, like, I've been kind of frustrated, you know? It's like, the chiropractor that's really helping me right now, he could probably help you, like with the sciatica thing. But, like, he's in Agora Hills, so I don't know. Like, there's probably one closer to you if you're not close to that. But if you are close, I would say definitely go. Oh, dude, I should shave. I think I'm gonna shave right now. But yeah, it's just so frustrating, you know, like everything that I've been through, and like I'm trying, like I started going to therapy, and the first therapist, I was like really trying to give her a chance. And man, she really let me down, dude. Like, and then I realized, like, why did I, like, I shouldn't, I should, appointment one, I should have been like, oh yeah, this is not, but I didn't know, you know, like I always like give things too much of a chance. Like I need to trust my instincts more is what I'm getting at. But then now I'm with this other therapist and she's cool and everything, but like, it's definitely helping, right? It's just so much of my energy, and like I get so much done on my own watching YouTube videos, right? Like I've discovered so much. And what frustrates me about all the different doctors that I talk to is that like I find this information that I know, because I'm the one that's going through what I'm going through, is possibly crucial, or at least like, you know, is some sort of a clue or something. And like some doctors, they just act arrogant and they just kind of like, they don't really respond much to what you're saying. Um, but I don't know why, you know what I mean? Like part of it, like, you know, like the guy that's helping me now, he's very good. You know what I mean? And like he knows, he's very, this is what I think about lately. He's very certain about what he is doing that's working. Beyond that, like he has nothing to say. And that makes total sense. You know, but like I I feel like nobody understands. And I think it's because they don't see me in the morning. You know, it'd be interesting if I were to just live stream, like wake up in the morning and just start live streaming and showing you like what I go through and how long it takes me and like what I have to do. But you know what's cool is it's getting easier for me. Like it's happening. And that's another thing too, is like medication has had a really positive effect, and I'm getting good at using it, like, you know, like, which has to do with like getting enough sleep, eating the right foods at the right times, like being on like a schedule and take my medication according to that schedule. And it's like, oh man, like life is getting easier for me and my back is getting better. But when I talk to people about it, like I feel like I get like a lot of negativity from them. Like some people may look like, I don't know what they're seeing, right? Because like I'm a victim. Like I'm legitimate a victim. And like it's like I feel like nobody's ever, well, I can't say nobody. You know what's crazy? As a Lyft driver, I've had a passenger. And you know, this is a short conversation, but I had a passenger that I was able to like go into the story of like when I was attacked. And their response to it was like, I would expect somebody would respond. And it was kind of crazy to think that in all these years, with all the people that I've told that story to, that that was the first time that I really felt heard. In the sense that they were like, oh wow, like that must have been hard. Like the simplest thing, right? And like talking about it beyond being heard in that manner, it's like I don't want to do it. Like I could totally empathize with like rape victims and like, you know, and like all this stuff with the Epstein women. And I'm just like, damn, being a victim sucks, dude. You're like, I didn't ask for any of this. Like, can we just like accept that like we went through like a really fucked up thing and then we can just move on, you know? But when everybody's like what those girls are going through, like all the negativity and the dismissiveness, like they're not being heard. Like I get that. Like I get how hard that must be. You know, like having the world. But it's a powerful place to be too, because if you could come to terms with it, like damn, the world's kind of fucked up. And not become a misanthrope and not like and still be find happiness. And then even want to go out and like help people like a lot of those women are doing. But for me, you know what's crazy, and what I think has been kind of driving me crazy lately, is like, I feel like people are looking at me like, it's like, I'm doing, like, I've come so far and I'm doing so good. Like, that's the irony. So, like, my last therapy session, one of the last things she said to me was, oh, you know, focus on being positive. And I'm thinking to myself, like the way the session kind of ended just felt negative because it was like as if I'm not doing enough of the things that I'm supposed to be doing, you know? And then like I read, like she gave me this book to read and I started to, but then the guy had a YouTube channel and he did live streams, the guy that wrote this book, Jay Reed. And so I watched a bunch of his videos and like and she kind of had this attitude of like, oh, you read the book, you know, like as if like it's like your school teacher like looking down on you for not doing your homework, but it's like I did, you know, what I did was like much more than what you asked. Like I could have just read the book, right? But I actually like researched the author, found out what was in the book, got straight to well, and I was honest about it. And somehow that was a bad thing. I'm just like, dude. And then telling me Like, oh, okay, like, be positive. I'm thinking like, okay, like, isn't that what I was doing? And like, now you're like acting like I'm not being positive. You know what? I'm not, no, I really am though. Like, I'm not, like, I'm essentially venting, but like, I've found that this setting right here, like me just talking to the camera, has provided that thing that I'm looking for, right? Whereas like I just feel like that one passenger that I had that I felt was like one of the only people in all the times that I've told my story of being attacked actually heard me. Like me talking to you guys gives me that same feeling. But you know what's crazy about that is like, I did that video that I'm trying to find about where I talked about like my brother getting mad at me and like just the way like the Holy Family Systems thing that was going on like 5-6 years ago, and I was just so down, and like, and I made that video and it helped, right? But what's crazy about anybody doing YouTube, like if you're out there, you're posting stuff on Instagram, like anybody doing this, like when you're comfortable like I am, okay, putting yourself in videos online, even talking about personal stuff, like just really putting it out there. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I have nobody that's hearing me. Like everybody, like the Jay Reed thing is this idea of being scapegoated. You could go into that and maybe understand a little better what I'm getting into, but it's like you go to like other family members. Like I went to my sister, I even went to my brother. And I'm just like, oh, this is going on. Like I'm learning about psychology, and like I'm like one sentence in, and like they don't like what I'm saying and they shut it down, and I'm just like, oh shoot. Like, okay, so I can't talk to them. Um, and then I go to my friends, and then similar thing. And but then you learn about these patterns and you start to realize like, oh yeah, like for somebody in my position, that's exactly what happens. That's what it means to be the scapegoat. But what's so cool is that like it made me strong, right? Um but I had to learn to be angry. I had to learn to get angry, and stand up for myself. And even when I do, like I feel bad. Like I feel guilty. Like I don't want to be mean to people, but like I have to, and then even afterward, like yesterday, something happened over I tried to get a smog check, and the guy tried to rip me off. And so I got mad. I told him to sue me, and it's like I'm trying not to react to things that way anymore. But like, dude, like when I realized like what the guy was doing, and then he started laughing at me, like the people like that, they escalate things. But like when I'm dealing with somebody like that, like I don't want to like get all waste my energy on them. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like the stuff that like I've gotten better, right? Because I said stuff like I was very clear that I was like, hey, you tried to rip me off. That wasn't cool, right? And I wish I could have been a little more calm about it. But in the past, I couldn't even do what I did yesterday. So I was happy about it. That like I feel like, but now I feel guilty about it, and I'm worried. I'm like, shoot, like what if he does something to my car in the system, because he's like a smog check guy, and I don't know, they have like some computer system, and what if he like messes up my smog and like makes it to where I can't pass smog or something. Now I'm stressed out about that. Yeah. Another thing my therapist said that was crazy. We gotta go on a. I'm gonna finish this water and we'll go skate. But yeah, another thing that she's like telling me, like, oh, like telling me about having gratitude and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, having gratitude and being positive. It's like that's literally like that's how I get through the day. Like, I'm like, man, like I'm constantly like doing nice things for people, you know, because it's like, oh, you know, and I get like nothing in return. I don't even expect anything. Even strangers. Like yesterday, I'm leaving Costco and I see these wheelchairs, and I go, "There's these 3 wheelchairs. Did I post them on Instagram? I don't think I did. I should have." And then I'm like, "Damn, those are nice wheelchairs just sitting out there on the sidewalk." So then I go, I do my shopping. I'm on the way to do my shopping, and I see a guy pushing a woman in a wheelchair, and I'm like, "Hey!" And the wheelchairs are like right there, and I'm like, "Hey, there's like 3 wheelchairs over there. Like you might want to look. They're really nice." And the guy's looking at me like no, like right away. Like I'm not even barely started talking, and he's like, "No, like." It's, that's the way LA is. I mean, if you haven't been here, like you try to talk to a stranger, and they're just like, "Why is this person talking to me?" But yeah, I'm just like, man, like I'm I'm used to not being understood, right? And then even saying stuff like that to people, I feel like they're just getting the wrong idea all the way around. But and then I read, I'm telling them about Carl Jung, right? Because when you talk to somebody that knows about psychology, you're thinking like, oh, they're gonna understand about Carl Jung and how, like, I'm an intuitive introvert, and like both people, they just gloss over it, like they haven't touched on it at all. It makes me wonder if they even understand what I'm talking about. And it's so critical to my experience, right? Because like like being scapegoated and everything that happened to me as an intuitive introvert, like it gives you much more idea of like how I was going to react to that, like how the trauma was going to manifest. And that, yeah, it was going to take until I was 50 to figure this out. I mean, it didn't have to, but like me all on my own, yeah. Like it was going to take that long. Now, I mean, I'm not 50 yet, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just a wild story that I've been through. And I realized like so there's this girl that I talked to, Chelsea, and she did like a thing on me, and she saged me. But the conversation was the biggest help, right? Because she helped me understand trauma in a way that I never really thought of before, and how like, and then it even took me like a lot of time after that to realize like, oh wait, I have anxiety, and anxiety manifests itself in my body, and I'm like not even noticing it happening, and it's like causing my back to pull into knots. And like, and after she explained that to me and I started to get it, I was actually able to just kind of relax. And that's why I get so frustrated with doctors, right? Because I'm just like, like when I'm talking and I'm asking all these questions, like why don't they like explain more to me, you know? And then I feel like when I tell these other psychologist people that that's the way I feel about doctors, I think that they think of me as like, oh, he even he even blames the doctors for his problems. And it's like, no, like no, dude. Like I'm an intuitive introvert. I'm being introspective. Like I'm not blaming anybody. I'm thinking about what happened and trying to think like how, like what really happened to me, you know? It's like, dude, And so the more I get into this, and like this is what's crazy about Carl Jung, is he says if you're an intuitive introvert, as he was as well, like people aren't going to understand you. They're going to think you're crazy. Like, don't tell them what's in your head because they're not going to get it. And so now I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, I thought that like people inside, like professionals in psychology, were going to understand that, and now I realize they don't. But like, I don't, like, a lot of people have heard this as Dr. Ramani, and she's like the narcissism expert, but there's actually like a lot of people that are great on narcissistic family systems and stuff like that. But oh shoot, I just kind of lost track of what I was saying. Shoot. But yeah, I mean, it's like it makes me so grateful for YouTube, right? Because that's where I am able to find people that I can relate to. And then those people, you can even get them on a call, and they do live streams. And like you can, like, they'll even like interact with you for free. Like, it's so cool. So like anybody like that thinks like I think that like we're made to believe that what you're supposed to do is go to therapy. But like I've gotten so much more done on my own. Jen Joy, dude, what up? Yeah, it's like I need glasses now. Isn't that crazy? That's how many years. It's hot in the van though. Jen Joy, dude, you know about the van. This is my pad, dude. This is the stabbing cabin. Whatever other nicknames I have for it. The new old school mobile. I don't know. But yeah, it's hot in here. I should go for a skate. I was just trying to drink this water, but then I like started getting into talking about like what I've been through with back thing. But like basically where I'm at right now is like I couldn't stand up straight, and it was causing me pain all over. Like I couldn't even go to the bathroom. I couldn't even fart. Like I'm just gonna lay it out. Like I'm just gonna say it. Like when I would try to fart, I would get like pain in my abdomen, and like I couldn't even get it to come out. And like you guys just don't even understand. Like it is just not something that I've never met. Like, have you ever met anybody that's constantly like this all day and just like moving their head and like constantly trying to like adjust themselves all day? Like I've never seen, like, when I started to realize that like I was going through something different, which was like crazy late in my life, like, like maybe like late 20s. I'm just like, man, like this ain't working. Like, why am I doing this? And like nobody else, like I've never met anybody going like this all day. Like, like just constantly, like you go to dinner, you're sitting at the table, just like, it's like, what are you doing? And what's crazy is like, my general experience with like the people that care about me is like they're kind of getting frustrated at me for doing it. And what's crazy is like here I am like feeling better finally after years of doing that kind of stuff, and I'm finding out that that's like the key. That was like kind of the key to getting better, was just to constantly articulate the area. Easier said than done, but constantly articulating that area, just little by little, over literally like 20 something years, I can like move it now. And like, look at my old videos, dude. Like, like I can finally stand up straight. Like, It's crazy. Like my abdomen looks different. It's so crazy. Like I'm in such a good place. And you know what's crazy is like where I was some time ago, like I wasn't gonna survive. Like I may have been dead already. Cause like, and that's what's so crazy. And like why I wanna make, why I wanna talk about this right now. Why I am talking about it is that like nobody really knows. Like I can tell you that I've been in pain and how crazy my mornings are and how like I've never been able to relax but like I just cannot get it across like how crazy what I've been through was and how and like I feel like when I tell people they're not understanding like this is from a happy place like I can tell you all this now because like to a large degree I've figured it out, which is essentially like what I mentioned when I kind of started the video was how like this is a really good example of what's key. Now I could even use just like a book, but this like really gets it done. If I lay on this and I can, but like there's more to it than that, right? Because there's like all these exercises that I do from the doctor and I just constantly am meditating. Like as I'm speaking to you right now, I'm meditating. I'm feeling this area right here. And something that just in the last day that I'm like much more on top of, that I'm realizing is that by supporting from like mid-thoracic down with that thing, and that's what that thing does. If I lay on it, I'm getting very good support from mid-thoracic down. At that point, like whatever it is going on in here from like having my hernia, like this doesn't stay right. And as long as this doesn't like kind of has to like move, now it feels like kind of in place. Now everything can line up here. Now I'm just like, oh, see if I can crack my neck and you hear it. Oh, it's kind of tight right now, but I definitely got some movement and I feel a little bit better. And so I'm having to do this like 1,000 times a day. And that sounds like an exaggeration, but I don't think it is. I think I might be doing it 1,000 times a day because it's like all day. So if you think like, if I'm doing it like, let's say I do it 10 times a minute. Let's say I do it 5 times a minute. So how many minutes in a day? So 14, like almost 1,500 minutes times 5 is like like less than 10,000 minutes. Wait, 10,000? Wait, no, every 5 minutes, divided by 5. Wait, 5 times a minute. Well, shoot, if I just do it once a minute, that's 14,000 times a day. Wait, 1,400. That's 1,400 times a day if I just do it once a minute. So yeah, I am doing it over 1,000 times a day. Well, I mean, of course I'm asleep some of those hours, some of those minutes, but still, like, no, I am doing that over 1,000 times a day. Like, and like the first 2 times I just did it right now, I felt it like pop, pop. And that articulation that I felt, that's something productive. Like, that's actually, it's called CARS, and it actually is helping. It's like helping me stay straight on my back. And if I don't do that, I start to lose it and it gets worse. And so that's where the meditating comes in. The constant meditating, I can be like, oh, whoa, oh, stop. But then also I need to take care of my body, right? Like, I can't, like, if I'm gonna, let's say I'm gonna fast for a long period of time, got to make sure I get water, you know? And then even fasting can be kind of like not the greatest thing lately, because as you can see, like, I don't really need to fast. The important thing is that I get enough calories every day, right? Because, and I do, like, I totally do. But yeah, for anybody that's like doing reduced calorie diets, that can really affect how you feel. Like, it's not a bad thing, it's a good idea. But just realize, like, if you're working out and you're not getting enough calories and you're like trying to think about things and do, and you have like stressful things going on in your life, like, you might lose your mind. And so, like, that's a hard one. You know, it's like athletes, and something I realized, like, as I started working out every day, is I have a much more gauge of like what I need to eat to sustain myself than I ever did now that I work out every day. Because I know, like, oh, okay, like, I didn't eat enough that time. I need to eat more than that. Whereas if you don't really work out, typically you're almost always eating too much. All right, let's go for a ride. Oh, wait, Ginger, let me get my glasses. Well, I gotta switch shoes too, put on skate shoes. Oh, Ginger, you're my top fan. There's this like top fans thing. I've never seen it before. Long are the days of the Odyssey. That's over 3 hours a day. Period is Dark Road Run, man. What happened to Joe? And I wonder what's going on with your personal driver. Because, you know, those were like the first two guys. You know, them and Paula and Gio. Like, you know, and then like from there, like all the, like even Harry and, what's his name over in Agora Hills? Rideshare Professor, you know, like that was a cool time. You know what's crazy about Harry and like his new people that run it, like they're all so like aggressive. But then I realized like it totally fits, like if you go into the groups and the Reddit and everything for driving, Lyft and Uber, like that's the attitude of a lot of, so like when you think about it, like those guys that are doing Harry's channel now, like they might be the perfect people for that audience, right? Like they understand that audience. Like, But I mean, that's just not the world. That's just not, you know. But maybe that's the thing about rideshare driving. Like, yeah, there's like a majority of people. There may be a consensus, and that's like their general attitude. But not everybody. Like, there's so many people that drive rideshare. I think it's like 9 million drivers just for Uber. So like, not everybody wants to be like all negative on it, you know? It's like, I want to think about like, yeah, I'm upset about like the way the business is, but there's also good things. And then I want to think about like the fun. Like, I want to make fun videos about rideshare, but like nobody wants, yeah, people want to see the drama. Although like probably my number one video was not really drama, although that's what people looked at it. I thought it was such a fun ride that my video that has the most views on this channel, it's a rideshare ride, and this girl's like twerking. Million views, dude. When I tell people that I have videos that have a million views, they're like, what? Like, I'm so understated. That's another thing about, like, I feel like when I tell people about the trauma that I've been through and getting attacked and all that kind of stuff, like, I tell the story in a way where maybe I don't know what's going on. I just feel like most people do not react in the way that I would expect. I'm just like, wait, what? Oh, something else I was realizing. Like, so most of my life, I always thought that like I wasn't a good looking guy. But then, like in 2007, I don't know, you guys remember this company called Vivid? Like, the adult company. Yeah, Vivid. So like, I'm hanging out with my friends and there's this girl, and she's a Vivid contract girl, and she like wants to hang out with me, and I'm thinking like, this girl likes me, and she's like telling me how hot I am and all this stuff, and I'm thinking like, wait a minute, like maybe I'm not ugly. Like, this girl's like the hottest girl I've ever seen at this point in my life. And I mean, even now, like, she wasn't just like physically hot, like she was just super cool, and like, there's just so much about her that's just awesome. Um but that was the first time that I realized, well, that, and then also like my longtime friend was telling me like, why don't you have a lot of girlfriends? Like, and she was a girl too, and she's telling me like, you should have a lot of girlfriends, and I'm just like, huh? I was like so confused, because back then I didn't understand how girls were, that they're crazy. Y'all know how y'all are. But yeah, she's telling me like, like you should have like 10, you should have a different girlfriend for every day of the week. I'm like, but I didn't understand at the time. I thought like that sounded like evil or something. But the reality is, like, there's something about me where the girl, like, a lot of different girls like me, but like the girls that like I am really attracted to tend to kind of want other girls to want me. Now, how weird is that? Like, if like their friends don't like me more than they do, then that's kind of why they're interested in me, right? Because like their friend, and that sounds fucked up, right? Because their best friend had a crush on me, and so then they make me their boyfriend. Like, how crazy is that? Like, why would you do that to your friend? But that's what girls do. I mean, that's what guys do too. Um, but I would say most guys aren't like that. But guys that like, maybe like, I think it's a power thing, right? That's the interesting thing about guys. Like, the guys that get with a lot of girls, like, they don't even care about power. Like, they just don't care about anything. It's so crazy. Like, they don't care. Like, that's why it works. I forgot what I was getting at about guys that, the other guys, the guys that, whatever. Let's go skate. It's so hot in this van. I don't know what I'm still doing in here. Do you want to see me use this thing? Yeah, let's do it. I got this new thing. So I want to be healthy. So I get only the healthiest concentrates, like super pure. And you don't really know. Like, the only reason I know is because I have years of experience, and so like I know what it should feel like. But this thing right here, I turn this thing on. Now normally you would get, like, a lot of people, what they would do is they would get like a torch. It's like a total crackhead experience. And honestly, like, in this small space, I mean, the door's open, so that's all good, but like in this small space, I don't want to be using like butane torch and like our lighters or any of that kind of stuff, right? Like, I don't want any of that in my van. So what this thing is, you know, it's electric. And it gets to the temperature, whatever temperature you set it to, and then you're good to go, you know? And then you take, like, and this is the thing, like, edibles are cool, but they last a long time. And they don't really do what this does for me. Like, what happens after this is something happens, like things line up, and I can, like, relax. I don't know if you just heard the cracks. Did you hear that? Let's see if we can get some more cracks with this. Oh man, yeah, I can feel it. Like, that's another thing. Like, I was trying to tell, like, the psychologist, like, how I'm feeling, but like, she's just the wrong person to talk to about it. And she's just not understanding. Because I was trying to tell her how, like, when I take the medication, like, I can feel, because my abdomen, it's like bunching up in here. I can feel things are moving in the wrong direction. And the things that I do that get it going in the right direction, like laying on this thing, like, if I do it, like, it's not getting me there. Oh, I got it. Oh, yeah. It's like not fully, but it's like right in here, it's kind of tightening up. Okay, so now this thing's good to go. Take it and just go like this. Take this off. And what that does is I'm able to, you know, do that subtly. Like, it's like the effects are subtle. I'm not burning anything. It's like, because you're not burning anything, you're just heating it. It's almost like aromatherapy. Like, it's like you can feel that it's not smoke. Like, smoke feels different. And then see how it's like still coming off? Like, if you were like people that don't use this, like if they use a flame torch, a lot of times it's not still coming off for a long time after, because it burns it. It's like, it's not good. You're gonna create, like, when you make it that hot, you create all these bad chemicals that you don't want. All right, let's go skate. It's so hot in here. Freaking dying. Mm. 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 Yo, half century man. The driving, dude, it's dead, dude. It's so hard to get trips now. It's not dead. It's like there's so many drivers, like crazy amount of drivers. Insanity. So I think I actually have a. I posted a video about that, I think. Yeah, look at this. This isn't the valley, but still. And that's not even that crazy. Like, it gets way crazy. It gets so crazy that, like, you can't even see the map. And so what ends up happening is it gets hard to get trips. Like, you end up waiting for trips a long time. And, like, gone are the days of making, you know... Like, there's days where I'll go out for, like, 8 hours and I still don't even make $100. But that's the thing. That's, like, the BS thing about this job is, like, the people that make the most money are the people that put in the crazy hours. And I don't mean, like, crazy hours over the week. I mean, like, crazy hours over a day, right? Like, I'd probably make more money. I don't know for sure. No, because you got to be out there on the busy times. Like, that's always best. Like, just putting in a 10-hour day isn't necessarily going to get it done. But, like, let's say it's a Saturday or Friday or whatever. Like, if you put in the time, I always feel like there's going to be a couple runs where they give you a couple good runs of trips, right? And, like, if you hang in there for that 11th hour, you just never know what's going to happen. I just don't want to do 11-hour days anymore. All right, let's get out there. Let's go see what's going on in the world. I'm trying to think. I don't even know where I want to go. Who are you? How are you in my YouTube channel? Hey, Rio. What's up, Rio? NYC? You coming to LA? Coming to hang out with us? All right, let's go for a ride. Man, this is so nice to do this. You know, when my van was getting repaired, my old one that I used to do rideshare with, that's when I was doing the live streams on that old skateboard that sucked. That skateboard sucked. This skateboard, on the other hand, is insane. Look at that. This thing's gnarly. Propel Sigma. Uh-oh, stopped working. All right, off we go. Oh, there's water. I want to go in the water. I feel mosquitoes on me. I think I got to put on my shirt so I don't get mosquito bites. I really wish I could buy one of these because some of these are super cool. So you can see through them into the backyard, through the, like, there's all this glass. Think about like 1950, a house where you can see through into the backyard like that. Like, that's modern. And all that glass, letting all the light in up there. Really cool. Let's see. And now here's an example of one that got damaged in the earthquake, and they didn't restore it. They just built something completely different. But the front door is still the same in the garage, but then over there they did something completely. Here's one that's pretty restored, I think. Hard to say. Here's one that's not restored. And so it's real patchy through here because of the earthquake. Now, if the earthquake didn't happen, I imagine that these would all be, because you could see what would anybody change on that? Look at this house. Like, what would you change? Like, there's nothing to change. But you could see on this one, even though it's very bland, you can see even this one's been restored. Like, look at the landscaping. Like, it's very thoughtful. And then next door, you have one that was damaged in the earthquake, and they stuccoed it. Like, notice, none of these have stucco. If you see stucco, like this one right here, the stucco on the garage, that was rebuild. That stucco right there, rebuild from the earthquake. This one, all stuccoed, all around, rebuilt from the earthquake. Look, you can see their fan. Can you see that? You can see their fan in there moving. Oh, there's some kind of building going on over there. Some kind of pile. They're putting in piles. But isn't it cool how they're all different? Like, I think this was before they started building this. This is the architects that built the most famous mid-century modern housing tracts in Palm Springs. And so I think what this was like a test Like they came over here to test all their ideas because there's so many of these look like significantly different. And usually when you go into housing tracts like these, they don't look so different. And then of course some of these look different because they were restored. And then you were at the end of that track. Now you see these are just regular California houses. And it's weird how the line, the dividing line on the east side that we just hit, it's before you get to Etiwanda. Like you would think that the housing tract would go from Reseda to Etiwanda, the next street, but it doesn't. Which also makes me think that what they were trying to do was like they were testing. They were just like, hey, we're going to build this many homes. They really didn't care about the layout. Like they just wanted a place to build the homes to see what they look like. And they wanted it to be probably close to Los Angeles. So that when they went out to Palm Springs, they would have it all figured out. Right over there is Devonshire Division, and that's where they lined up these. I love that here, the Honda Civic. I think it's an 89, I'm not sure. I don't know if I would want to drive one. Tiny little thing. Street. Show you some more of these houses. So now we have a similar situation here where as you come up, oh, here's where that construction was. Like, let's see. So these are all just regular, like, track houses that you see all over the valley. And then, bam! See that? See that? How it's like, you have this, like, these, like, regular houses, and then, boom, mid-century modern. These houses were here long before these houses, like way before. Like imagine what that looked like, how this street just ended. And it was probably just dirt right here. Like there was just nothing when you looked that way when they built these. And then there's this one, which I don't know, man. I don't know if that was a mid-century modern. That does not look like one. Huh. Oh, they're going in with steel. This is no joke. Yeah, this is not a mid-century modern on this side. But this definitely was one. Because there's one right here, and it's gone. They took it out. And they are not restoring it. They're putting in a steel frame. Look at that steel, dude. Wow. That's so gnarly. Got the welder there. Putting the steel in. That's pretty exciting stuff. When is he gonna I want to see some sparks. Where are the sparks? I see he's got like a welding thing on. There he goes. He just put it down. There we go. Welding, yeah. Dude, think how strong that's gonna be. Like those beams are getting welded. Like if that's the house you want to be in when the earthquake happens, dude. Like that's the room you want to be in right there when the earthquake happens. Seriously. Like no freaking joke. Back on our mid-century modern course. So yeah, it's interesting. So there was these two kind of branched out, but then those two were not mid-century modern, and then it picks up right here. Oh, look how they tiled these dressed up. Looks like they got creative on this. Yeah, this one's really cool. I like that one. And then this one, they added an ADU that does not fit. Like that really does not fit. Oh, the pool man's here. That's not the pool man, that's the homeowner. It's like, hey homeowner, I'm recording you. Nice pool. Look at that, dude. Isn't that wild? Wow. That's crazy. Should I go and ask if I could go jump in their pool? I'm like, hey, I have a Tesla. This one's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Look at the mailbox. I mean, this one is beautiful. Look how pristine. Ah. Don't you just want to live there? And I like how it's like fortressy-ish. Like there's no front windows, but there's plenty of light in there, I bet. Oh, they tinted them though. That's interesting. This one is like, so there you go. See, different windows, they're stucco. Like they really ruined that house. And then, isn't it crazy how each one is just a little bit different on the ones that are still original or restored? Like, I really like what the architects did here. Why does this person... Dude, what's going on there?